Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm excited to do another Davison family recipe with you today. Peaches are in season, and there's one thing that the Davisons eat a lot of, it's salsa. So today I want to show you how to make a fresh peach salsa that's awesome on chips or on stuffed peppers, on chicken. It's a great recipe, so we'll get right to it. The first thing I wanted to talk about is just how to know when your peaches are ready. Peaches are not like apples. They don't ripen on the tree. They actually finish ripening after they're picked. And so when you buy peaches at a store, they're usually not ready to be eaten, and you need to practice patience and give it a few days when you get home. So I just want to show the difference. In order to tell if your peach is ripe, the temptation is always to squeeze your peach because peaches are soft when they're ripe. But if you do that, you'll bruise. So instead, I want to show you where to look. You want to look around the stem here where the peach was on the tree. If it's got a green undertone, then it's not ripe yet. As it ripens, it will start to turn, that green tone will brighten into a yellow. And actually the whole peach will be more peachy, I guess, than the undertone of green. It is a slight difference, but you can tell in these two peaches, this one is more green and this one is more yellow. So this is what you want to look for. When you see that your peaches are starting to turn yellow, you know they're ready to eat or cook with. So the first thing we're going to do is chop up our peaches. You can keep the skin on, you don't even have to peel your peaches for this. We're going to chop the peaches up pretty finely, so the skins don't bother you at all. We will just give them a quick rinse just to get some of that fuzzy stuff off, and then we'll chop them up. I need about 5 or 6 peaches to get 3 cups of chopped peaches, which is about a small basket, so that's good. So I'm going to cut around the edge like this, and then just give my peach a little twist and it'll pop right off. People are often asking about freestone peaches, and the great thing about a peach is if you let it ripen properly, it will come off the pit pretty good even if it's not a freestone. So you don't have to wait for freestone peaches to do this. And then I'm just going to chop my peaches. I like them chopped pretty fine, but you can do this to your whatever preference you like. Alrighty. Having the skin on there actually adds a beautiful color to the peaches as well. So I am looking for about 3 cups of chopped peaches here. So that looks pretty close. So we've got our 3 cups. I'm just going to dump it in a bowl. And next we're going to chop up our onion, and this is a Walla Walla sweet onion. We just picked it today. So these onions are huge, so we don't need the whole thing. We're just looking for half a cup. I'm going to peel the outside off and just discard that. And again, I'm just going to finely chop these onions. See if that's about half a cup. Perfect. Okay, in the bowl. Next we need 1 clove of garlic. If you're a person that loves garlic, go ahead and put 2 in. Really, it can't hurt. Next, I'm going to put some cilantro in here. Fresh cilantro makes a fresh salsa. So I'm looking for 1/3 of a cup. There's quite a bit of cilantro in here. Just break off the ends, kind of take the big pieces out, and then start chopping. I always just do a rough chop of all this stuff. That really packs down once you chop it up. Perfect. Okay, in the bowl. Then the last thing I'm going to chop up is my jalapeno, and I always like to wear gloves for that so that the oil doesn't make my hands sting. You can use you can use as many as you want, but I'm going to use just 1 because I've got kids, so I don't want it to be too spicy. But you can use 1 or 2 is going to be like a medium kind of a salsa. Okay, so I'm just going to chop the top off. And you can leave the seeds in as well if you want a spicier salsa, but I'm going to use my handy tomato huller here, and strawberry huller, and just take that inner part out. And the best thing with jalapenos is to make your salsa and then just give it a taste, because honestly the jalapenos are very unpredictable. Sometimes they're spicy, sometimes they have no heat at all, and there's not really any way of knowing. So again, I'm going to do these pretty fine because I don't want a huge bite of jalapeno. And I always save the jalapeno for last, because once you chop this, then you're going to have the oil on your knife and on your cutting board. So if you have kids and they're touching everything, it's just better to do it and then get it in the sink. I'm going to plop that in. We are looking for a 1/4 cup of lime juice. If you don't have fresh limes, you can use lime concentrate as well. But today I have fresh limes, so I'm going to use, it takes about 2. And a little trick I've learned is if you just roll them like this first, that helps kind of squish the juice and loosen the juice in there. And then it's really a lot easier to squeeze the juice out afterwards. There's some awesome lime squeezers that exist that honestly make a big difference. You can get a lot more lime juice out of your lime if you have them. But and I'm just going to cut it in half, and we'll see if I can get about 1/4 cup. Awesome. So then for the spices, we're going to add a tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon and a half of sea salt. As soon as you start mixing it up and the salt gets spread around with the peaches, it really pulls the juice out of the peaches, not to mention the lime juice that's in there. But you'll see it's nice and juicy, which is great. I love it chunky, so I just leave it like this as well. You could use a potato masher if you wanted it finer, but so honestly, there's a lot of different ways you can enjoy this. Obviously, you can just have it with chips and have chips and peach salsa, and that's amazing. It's also awesome on like a little crostini if you want to make a little appetizer. Remember that it's juicy, even with a little bit of balsamic reduction on top. An awesome summer treat. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.